Because I'm in a hurry today. Here we go. Let's hope. Yeah, it's working. All right. Oops, the camera's awful. Let's just quickly fix that. And just every day it's a surprise. Let's just say it's a surprise. That looks pretty good. Okay, we'll hit that. Doesn't stay the same every day. It changes every day. I go through this process every day. Anyway, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm John Miglosh for the Wisconsin DMA and the International Society for Strategic Marketing. Sounds like everything's working, and let's get over to the news. Don't forget, Jingle Mingle, whatever it says down below is the time. Go to wdma.org and register. We've got some great people registered already, I have to say. I kind of am shocked by it always. I'm always shocked at some great business leaders turn up, owners of companies and leaders in the industry and thought leaders and all that stuff. We got a bunch of those already. So if you want to join in and meet those folks, you'll probably never get a chance. And Mary at Amadon says you would never get a chance to meet these people, even if you went to the conference. They'd be so busy giving speeches and stuff that you just wouldn't get the chance to, just get to know them. And so that's what we're offering you if you join and sign up. And, we work pretty hard at this, but come and join us and you can make your contribution too. We've got some great fun scheduled and, we always do some business besides that. So let's get over to Tom Fishburne. Decision paralysis. Excellent thoughts. I think especially, this time of year, what am I going to get my wife for Christmas? I know she's working on something for me because I walked in on it. She's making this beautiful Afghan. She's great. Anyway, she's just great. She just takes care of everybody. It's really, really amazing. I'm always amazed. Anyway, this guy says, I can't make a decision. What if it's the wrong call? Everything is so uncertain right now. Nothing feels back to normal. No one knows what the future holds. Maybe I should just wait and see. Okay, sounds like you need a few more minutes. There's the wait staff trying to take their order. Yeah, and my wife tells me if you send them away too many times, they won't come back. So get ready, make a decision, ham and eggs, green eggs and ham, something like that. Okay, so let's scroll down because this is always where the meat of Tom Fishburne's stuff. It's not just a funny cartoon, though sometimes they're hilariously funny. Organizations have always struggled with making decisions. I remember reading Lee Iacocca's book, and he said, when you're sitting on a train track, any decision is better, or something like that. He said, even if you wait long enough, if you wait long enough, even a good decision is a bad one. So, there's time. It's a limited time offer in your decision making. So keep that in mind. Make a decision, even if it's painful. Although Scott Adams says the easiest criticism in the world is, well, why didn't you do it sooner? Because, when you do it right, you should always do it sooner. You should have always done it sooner. Why didn't you? I don't know. We used to, the postal hike would come, and then we'd figure out a way to save 15% or something on our cost per piece some other way, to make up for the difference. And we're like, man, it's too bad we didn't do this before because we would have made a fortune. Yeah, I know, that's the way it is. Okay, decision paralysis can cost the average Fortune 500 $250 million of wasted labor. Yeah, but if you're a company like mine or the WDMA, you better not wait around because it'll just cost you your whole business because there isn't 250 million laying around. Okay, but decision paralysis is particularly acute in the face of uncertain future. Now, Tom, this is like the life insurance salesman saying, just in case something should happen. It's like, no, it's gonna happen. I'm going to die. The only question is if I can afford your insurance all the way to there or not. Anyway, the future is always uncertain, and your marketing data, all the data that you've piled up forever, is also only the past. It will not tell you the future. It will never predict the future. It's not the role of data. All data can do is be historical. All data is historical. The fact that I just looked at a a new set of binoculars. I remember one time I looked at a tripod on Amazon, I think, and I had already bought it by the time all the retargeting started. Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. Is there a chance that if I looked at it, I didn't buy it yet? Yeah, there's a chance. Is there a chance that if I didn't buy it yet, that I'll buy yours? Yeah, there's a chance. But I move pretty fast. I make decisions, right? So just because you have data on me looking at X, I got a note about a baby getting surgery shortly, and I didn't know much about the illness, so I looked it up. Is there a chance I have that illness? No. So I did it in a private browser. All data is historical. Never forget it. Never, ever, ever forget it. So no data will get you to a decision, because tomorrow will be like yesterday unless it isn't. All tomorrows are uncertain. They may turn out the same. I always like the scientific chicken. Every day when the farmer called, the chicken got fed, and it worked day after day after day until the last day when the chicken was the first to go. Anyway, 32% of adults and 48% of millennials are sometimes so stressed about the coronavirus, which is an interesting telling statistic right here, the American Psychological Association. I think it's because millennials generally have been coddled. My parents said, come back when it gets dark. And we'd be gone all day, and we'd be over at the gravel pit, which was a 40 or 50-foot cliff where people used to sight their guns and stuff. And we built a tree fort over there that my parents didn't even know about, and it wasn't well built, let's just say. And we never died. We'd drive our bikes off cliffs, not that one, smaller cliffs. I did a lot of stupid things, but you learn. You learn fast. Nobody was watching out for me except my guardian angels. Okay, so even basic decisions like what to wear or what to eat. Stress decreases our working memory capacity, so we have fewer cognitive resources to wrap our heads around. Even the little decisions, even minor decisions, take a certain amount of effort. So for leaders, be aware that your people are paralyzed most of the time. Leaders must lead. That's really what you get paid for. You don't get paid for analyzing data. That just gives you some guidance. But basically, you will never have enough data to make a decision. I wrote an article by that title. It's around somewhere. Make the critical small choices because they start piling up. Okay, so here's another one. Waiting for additional research will make us third to the market, but I really think we need to test the font size. Yeah, I've had a lot of clients like that. I had one that wanted to realize that because we'd use vendor copy, gray was spelled two different ways. It can be spelled G-R-E-Y or G-R-A-Y. And he made sure that we spelled them all the same. So we had to go back. And this is when we had to use an X-Acto knife, basically, to make changes. And then he decided that that was the wrong version. We should have used the EY instead of the AY, or vice versa. I don't remember which. Anyway. We need to update our forecast. Heads, this will blow over soon. Tails, it's the end of the world. Yeah, and like most things, it's probably not quite either, right? Okay, every project right now. Start, stop, hurry up, wait. Decision making, meeting, maybe. Change direction, still not sure. Pivot, who knows. And the last one I like the best. Budget review, 30 chance of changing priorities. Research results, 20. Yeah, we don't really listen to the research. Team offsite, 40% chance. Yeah, probably. Quarterly numbers, 30% chance. CMO at a new digital conference. Yeah, I know. Where he hears somebody say something that worked, all historical, and decides we need to change everything we do. It's all new. Right. Okay, thanks for that, Tom. I didn't know this. Who invented the face tears of joy with the emoji? And that's this little one here. I think it's bigger down below somewhere. Nope, it's not. I never use that, incidentally. I got 2 of them yesterday for a comment on Instagram. I got 2 tears of joy, and I never use it. And tears of joy, it looks like, gets like almost 10% of all the emojis used. Woo, that's a lot. So if that's a favorite of yours, that's a favorite. Okay, so the most used emojis, and they were invented in Japan, which I didn't know, in the 1990s. They didn't even make it to America until like 2011. Apple didn't start even offering emojis. I think I was using them before that, but not much. Just probably the, the colon close paren was around, I think, before that. But the real emojis were probably, more like that. So anyway, that'll give you something to think about. Now, I want to get to Andrew Ettinger. He's always fun to watch. I'm going to just, we've already used up my time. So let's get Andrew up here and have him give a talk. And I think it's really worth hearing. So let's get Andrew going. Now we got to turn off the PDFs and go over here.
You're CEO of the best postcards. Direct mail does not work.
Direct mail does not work.
Think, or that's what your experience has been so far, you're wrong. There is no better time to be in direct mail. There is no better time to advertise where your competitors aren't. There's no other way to brand a home the way television used to, like direct mail. 98% of all people who receive mail see the mail, they touch the mail, they hold the mail, they smell the mail.
Okay, now I would just say that at our house, the decision maker, 98%. Myself, 20%, right? Because I don't look at it. I bring it in, put it on the counter. The decision maker then looks through it. So direct mail will get to the decision maker. Now, if you're trying to reach the kids, my son lived with us for a couple of years. He would have a stack like that. I'd say, hey, Matt, why don't you read your mail? Open your mail. And he'd say, oh, you're so, what did he say? 20th century or something. You're such a boomer, Dad. That's what he said, which is true. Anyway.
What other medium can you tell me gets 98% of a complete impression, even if they throw it out? It's frequency over reach. It's finding the ideal prospect by using 3D heat maps.
This is cool what he does.
Information to your prior customer list to find out where we should be targeting and who we should be targeting.
This
it's
makes
sending
sense.
radius mailers around the installs that you just did. People, this is low-hanging fruit. If my air conditioner doesn't work, then the people around me, their homes are built at the same time. There's a good chance that theirs don't work.
Did you catch that? Next door neighbor. I remember when NBL put out a list called Business Decision Makers and Their Next Door Neighbors. Because, birds of a feather, the neighborhood picks, and if you're in an upscale neighborhood, you're probably a decision maker. Your next door neighbor probably is too.
It's mailing to your existing clients. No, they don't remember you. You're not memorable. But guess what? 75% of your revenue comes from existing clients. It's sending thank you letters to your service calls, inspiring them to call you again, reminding them that you offer other products. Everybody's so obsessed with getting instant gratification leads. Stop buying leads. Hold on to your accounts. Build a brand. Here's your opportunity to attack your competitors where they are not, in your mailbox. We provide verifiable results that will show you exactly the cost of all your mail and the return that you got on it.
That was in our webinar last week.
Works. Frequency over reach.
I told Andrew he couldn't come to the webinar because he's one of the few people on earth that actually understands all the numbers.
Matchback reports giving you all of your stats for all of your campaigns that you're doing.
Yeah, and this is not last touch stuff. We know where you live, we know who we mailed, and we know if you responded, right? So it's a tight causal connection. It doesn't matter if you went off on a website or you emailed us or you called us. If you buy, we know because we mailed you that you bought. And we know we can also not mail some people. We can take some of that customer file if it's big enough, and we can say, well, let's not mail them this month and see how they do the next month. And it always happens that they way underperform.
Make a difference. Stop buying leads. Just stop.
Okay, so anyway, thank you for that, Andrew. And get over to WDMA.org. Andrew, you can come to that. He's a supporter of WDMA. And I should say, too, this is not a members-only thing. This is just fun and meet some other people. And we have more members out of state than we do in state. So we're definitely, we should change the name to World Direct Marketing Association or something. It would be fun. But for right now, we're just WDMA. Anyway, yeah, I got a comment. Better leave that one alone. I didn't want to mention that one. You shouldn't have told everybody that. Have a great day.